Thank you for coming on this beautiful day. A couple of announcements. First of all, this Friday, I believe, is the gas blast. Do I have that right? Okay. Who's planning on attending the gas blast? Raise your hand. Okay. Who does not know about the gas blast? I should have started. Okay. Ms. Bruner, do we have anything, can you print out between now and the end of the meeting that invitation from Mrs. Stipek? Yeah. We'll have that available for you at the table over there. The gas blast, Mrs. Stipek, would you come up here for once? I am so glad you're here.
No.
Everybody give Mrs. Stipek. I could not do it justice what the gas blast is all about, so I'll let Mrs. Stipek explain in a minute.
It's a little gathering we're going to have on Friday at my house, 5 to 8 p.m. If you can come, I need to know ASAP. I need to turn in the numbers to Angry Barbecue by today-ish. Right now we're looking at, I think we have about 170 we're at right now coming. So if you can, most of you, why don't you just send, if you yay or nay can, to Mr. Venzarella, via text or email, or to Mrs. Bruner. And then if you can do that by this evening, that would be wonderful. There's a chance of rain, which is a real problem. We have a rain date set for next Friday, the 24th of June. So I think we'll probably be calling it certainly by Wednesday night, Thursday morning. And we'll announce that via Facebook. I'll post it to my Facebook page if we're not friends. Or I'll give the information to Tom and he'll send out what we need. So we'd love to have you. I mean, there's going to be tons of food. There's tons of games. There'll be music. There probably will be dancing. And we just hope you all come, and your families as well. So I just need to know numbers by tonight or tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Stipek. Sorry to put you on the spot. Please send Mrs. Bruner or myself just a yay or a nay by tonight, the latest. And you are welcome, and by the way, your families are welcome too. So we just need to know the number of people that are coming, right? And it's a hoop. This is I think it's year 3, Mrs. Stipek? Year 3 for the gas blast? Is this year 3 or year 4? What? How many? I think it's year 3 or 4. But it's a fun time. Okay. Caroline, if you could help me, could you get up and just go over there and hold up that beautiful new laptop? This is what all the graduates are going to receive going off to college this year. So if you are a senior going off to college, this is what's available. Mr. LaRocca, yeah. And behind it is the printer. A little smaller printer, I think, than last year. This is a Lenovo computer. It has a few more upgrades than last year, but every year we purchase them. Thanks, Cameron. Yes. Every year we purchase them for the graduates, so that'll be available to you. Just a word on jobs. We have a tally in for this year that could change, but right now we have 29 summer jobs. And that's a combination of 23 camp students, 3 early college, high school, non-camp students, and I believe it's 4 McKinley Tech vocational students that are working in summer jobs. So congratulations to all of you. That's a new record. I think we had 20 or 21 last year. So and that number can change again. We have another opportunity this week for an interview. So congratulations to all of you. Graduates, and by the way, There are some graduates in the audience that I see. Hello, 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 Alec, back there. Am I missing one? Look, Jade is, I'm a graduate. I mean, past graduates, okay? You're not alumni yet. You're alumni in August, all right? As the panel goes on, if you have any input into what they're saying about any questions, please chime in. And also graduates, if you haven't handed in your grades to Mr. Bruner, please do so by the end of next week. If you don't have them, just send off a note why you don't have them, and then he'll just be looking for them sometime later in June or July. That's okay. With that, we don't have a lot of rules and regulations and policies in camp, but we do have some. That happens to be one for the graduates. Many of these graduates are not fortunate enough to receive the computers, so you will have some rules and regulations on the computers and the hardware. That is over $1,000 worth of equipment that you're going to receive brand new for the next couple of years. You need to take care of it. You need to stay in contact with your liaisons. We now have 36. We'll have 36 graduates, and yes, Jada, that will include you. That will have liaisons. You need to stay in touch with them while you're off at school. And we do require that you submit grades. Now, when you submit grades to Mr. Bruner, it's okay for you to submit your grades to your liaison. It's okay for you to send them to me if you'd like, or Mrs. Bruner, but primarily Mr. Bruner is the controller of the grades. We are not necessarily looking at, well, what is your marks by subject. We're not a policeman for it. What we are, though, is a clearinghouse, because as we're deciding on these jobs, now you can imagine 30 jobs right now. These jobs range Fortune 500 companies down to very close positions where we live. Mr. Drennan and I live in Glenmore. We have 6 or 7 of these jobs in Glenmore. So and the resources that we have garnered in camp over the past 3 years are from many of the people that are either in these businesses or live next to us or that we work with. And I mean, Mrs. Meyer's husband is the head of human resources at Tempe. So she's on our operating committee. She runs our tech vocational program. So there's a lot at stake. So when we're checking on grades, we're doing it for a couple of reasons. The number one reason is, can we give you any help or assistance if you're having some trouble? And that could be in the form of anything. Get you to talk about it when you're away. Sometimes you go, we have students that are off to college that are, 1,000 miles away, and it's another phone call coming in saying, hi, how you doing? It's a friendly face, a friendly voice. Those of you who are coming to the July sessions when you get your computer and printer, the hopes would be is that we're going to have the liaisons there and you're going to meet your liaisons. So this year didn't exactly work out. We do have liaisons that have never met the student, and we prefer not to do that, so we're going to do it a little bit differently this year. Hi, how you doing? Can we help you with anything? If you need anything from us, we have all of these resources in camp. Can we help you? By the way, if you're coming back and you're expecting to return to a job, or you're going to be upgraded to a job, or you're going to be looking for a job that's sponsored through the camp program, you need to be in good academic standing. If you're failing out, that's not part of the program. We're not going to be sending students that have decided to leave school, and we have had some from the first couple of graduating classes. Can't send you back to jobs at Timken and Goodyear and even Glenmore and Habitat and so on and so forth. It's just not going to happen. So, are we checking up on you? Yeah, but not for the reasons I think you think. We're not. And by the way, we do put a threshold. We put a 3.0 GPA, but that's because you're so talented and you're so smart. and you've had no problem doing that in high school. It really, it doesn't apply in college. We want to make sure you're passing everything. We're not holding you to 3.0. If you fall below it, we're going to support you as long as you're doing everything the right way. And to be honest with you, and Mr. LaRocca was here, he would tell you that I think he got his, Matt, you can tell me this, he got a C in calculus, right? And he spent 45 years as an engineer. So it doesn't always, it doesn't always assimilate to years, that 3.0 is going to make you successful here. No, that's why we focus on a lot of the other skills, communication, organizational skills, which leads me to the next thing. This week, we had more than 10 people that either did not tell us they weren't going to be here, or they sent us a message in the last 48 hours or 72. When Mrs. Bruner sends out you the monthly reminder, which comes in the week of the camp meeting, so I think she sent one this past Monday. What's on the very bottom of that reminder? Does anybody know? Anybody know what's on the bottom of that reminder that Mrs. Bruner sends out? I'm sorry? Yes. It's attendance policies. It's cancellation, school cancellation. Camp weather, right? Weather related. These are things we've learned over the last 3 years that we need to communicate to you. So she sends it out every month along with the reminder. Also, about 5 of these students who were brand new came on in March, which means they're either freshmen or sophomores. And we spent an entire afternoon, Mrs. Bruner and I, going over those rules and regulations. So you need to follow those policies. Again, we don't have a lot of them, but we have reasons that those are in place, and those are blessed by Mr. Bruner. And they're actually, when you sign on to be a part of camp, you actually have signed on to those rules and regulations. If you don't want to follow them, then that's okay, just let us know. But we prefer not to chase you for about 2 years to find out that you really don't want to do that. We prefer to make all of you one of the 30 that are enjoying that. We'd like to give everybody a laptop. We'd like to help everybody out. We started a driver education program this year that's going to expand. We want to make that available to everybody. But you have to follow those few rules and regulations, okay? I can't stress it enough. Who here has, Mrs. Bruner has sent out, and by the way, that's also at the bottom of the email, right? Is all of the camp dates. If I walked around and picked up your phone right now, would I find all of those camp dates from now until the end of the year in your calendar on your phone? Raise your hand if that's true. Okay, about half. Could somebody tell me why they wouldn't have done that? Not if you don't have a phone, but if you have a phone and you have a calendar on there, is there, like, I don't know, maybe I'm missing something. Is there a good reason they're not on there? Yes.
Well, mine aren't on my phone because they're on my calendar for my work job. So I used to work every Sunday, so I know when the Sundays that I got off, it's just like that.
But I have, like if you pick up my phone, I have sometimes 2 or 3 overlapping meetings and stuff, and it's just, and by the way, when you get in business, that's going to happen. Then you have to make a decision where you go, but at least they're on there and you know about it. In other words, that doesn't stop you from putting them on there, right?
Say that question.
You're saying you don't put them on there because you have other things on, you have work on them, right?
No, I don't put them on there because I know that every Sunday I have off, I have a camp because I work every Sunday. Because I request them off already.
How do you know when you need to have off from work or move your schedule around if you don't have these on there?
No, they're on, you don't get what I'm saying. We have an online thing something like that where you can request off. And it's all online, it's on my calendar, and I request it all the Sundays so that we have meetings. Because I work, if I didn't, I would work every Sunday.
I guess I'm not understanding it. You do or don't have these camp dates on your calendar?
During my work, it's
Okay, you have it on the calendar, right? That's your, okay. I was asking the people who don't have them on their calendar, what a good reason not to put them on there is. Yes, Cameron? You have them on a paper calendar, okay. That's good. I'm sensing, and we're always learning in camp, and I'm sensing that there is a definite need to have some kind of an organizational management skills type of a session. And I'm not sure how we're going to do it. I'm going to ask my operating committee this afternoon. As you know, we have human resource experts on there, and how we're going to get at this. But, and I did cover this with the students who, we had a job prep session. But if you do not have a to-do list every day, and that once a day you're looking at a to-do list, and you're scratching off things that you've taken care of, you're modifying and adding things that you need to do, you're prioritizing these so that you're doing the most important things to begin with. What I'm teaching you here is exactly how you should operate in the business world. This is exactly when you get a career, how you need to operate. And I don't care whether you're an accountant, you're in nursing, you're a scientist, it doesn't matter. This is the only, if you're leaving this all up to here, or a friend telling you about a session, or you trying to juggle your calendar based on memory, you're going to lose the battle. I'm telling you right now. You need a to-do list. You need your calendar. I have my calendar on my phone, my iPad, and my computer. They are all synced. An hour before this session, I have to show up at 12:30. Mr. Bruner and Mrs. Bruner are already here setting up at 12 o'clock. But an hour before, 11:30, my phone rings, and boom, it tells me I better get ready and I better get down to school to this meeting. If you're not doing that for every schedule in your life, from here on out, you're going to run into problems. And I can guarantee you, we're going to visit with these students, Mrs. Bruner and I, this week. And I'll bet you 20% are going to have a good reason and a good excuse, and the other 80%. That is, what you're headed for is some real trouble, okay? And you guys might even want to address this, because if I remember last year, email and communication was huge. And I have personally sat in this school this year, 3 or 4 sessions, and did a communication session, how to write proper emails. I'm constantly getting texts that say yeah and yep, and I'm sending it back and saying, this is not right. You can't send out messages like this. So from a pure communication standpoint, we're trying to get to this. But now that you're not only in college, but you're working and you understand all of those business environments, you've got to hit on, guys, do yourself a favor and learn all of this now, what I'm telling you, because it's going to get crazy. I may have told you this before, when I left Kraft Foods, I was getting 150 emails a day. I was at my desk at 6:30, and I was leaving at 7:30. Do the math, that's 13 hours a day. And I was away from my family for 2 years. I had an apartment in Princeton, New Jersey, and I would go in one day on the weekend. Try adding up those hours, and where do I find time? So that's work time. And I can tell you, I wasn't clearing 150 emails between 6:30 and 7:30 at night. I was doing it at 8:30, 9:30, bless you, 10:30 at night. So if you don't learn how to manage at this level, some meetings and some communications before you get in to the bigger and better things and the careers, I don't know how else to impress this upon you, but we're going to keep plugging away. I mean, to me, these are all learning experiences, and we're going to go through. These students will get warning letters because we did not have a week in advance notice, and we didn't have a good reason for them not being here. Mrs. Bruner, any decent reason is a reason. I mean, we're not, Gestapo's here, and we're going to let you do it. But non-communicating, you're not learning the skills that we need you to learn. if we just keep letting you do this without some kind of penalty. And the penalty would be, you get enough letters and you're out of camp, and I'm sorry you can't participate in all these other wonderful things, and that would be a shame. We don't have any wish for anybody personally to go through that. I'll end with pictures. Who's taking pictures? Who's taking the pictures? Okay, after the session is over, if you have not taken your picture for the website, please go right back against that wall. Okay, we'll take a quick picture. Don't worry about it. We'll do headshots, right? There'll be headshots. So if you're not totally dressed the way you want to be, like in a tuxedo or a suit, right, Jonathan? Or you want your picture retaken. If it's in there and you're not happy with it, you want to take another shot, go ahead, okay? So we'll just go back over there. Anything else, Mr. Bruno? Oh, yeah. And on your way out, please take a look at the computers, especially I know the graduates will be over there, right, Jada? But all of you can take a look at it. And again, Mr. Laraco goes every year. This year, last year we had 1 year of Geek Squad. This year they will come with 3 years of Geek Squad. Anything happens, immediately you're protected for 3 years while you're in college. Okay? It will also come with a $50 gift certificate for Best Buy, a card that you can get some printed paper and some ink for the printer to get you started. So it's a pretty sweet deal. It's a pretty sweet deal. So do take a look at it on your way out. Anything else, Mr. Bruno, on the miscellaneous? No? You good? Oh, yes. So any person who's graduated, take the paperwork, okay? Take it home. You have until July, what is our meeting, July 10th. Excuse me, you come back with that paperwork. At that time, you have the paperwork, go through kind of the graduate, your then alumni, what the alumni rules and regs are. And again, there are not many of them, there's just a few of them. We get you got the paperwork, you got it signed, you get the computer, you get the printer, and we're hoping to have almost all of your liaisons at that point at that meeting, just kind of for a meet and greet, okay? So that session in July is only for the senior graduating class. Okay, everyone else is excused, so you have July off. That's the other thing. You know, we have a holiday party and then we have this July meeting with the seniors. So if you think about it, we have 10 meetings a year. A year. For 2 hours, from 2 to 4. It's not a lot. That's not a lot for all of the good things that Mr. Bruner has made available to you guys. And you worked hard for this, so take advantage of it, okay? Don't screw it up. Don't screw it up by just blowing it off, okay? You did all the hard work. You did all the hard work to get in. You're in there. The rest should be easy. 10 meetings, 2 hours, that's 20 hours a year to get all these other benefits. Seems like a no-brainer to me. Right, Caleb? Yes, Mr. B? Yes. Okay, good. Okay, with that, this is exciting. I think this was rated, if I'm not mistaken, Jada, as last year's panel was one of the best seminars that we had, right? I shut up, Mr. Bruner shuts up, Mr. Drenner shuts up, everybody shuts up, and you're going to get it right from what we call the horse's mouth, right? And it's a great looking bunch of horses' mouths, let me tell you. And great experience here. And it's as much experience as they had last year, they got that much more this year. Trust me, I know, because I talk to them all the time. Nothing is sacred here. Ask whatever you need to ask, okay? This is the time to find it out. Also, did you announce afterwards, or you're going to do that? You're going to, okay. he's going to do something at the end too, which is pretty cool. It's an extension of what I would call the liaison program. You got your own set of liaisons here in Alumni that, believe me, will help you. That's the reason they're here. That's the reason they're here. So with that, I'll turn it over to the panel. Matt Kimmo is director, and I think Mr. Bruner, did he leave? Okay, Mrs. Bruner, maybe you can do the mic thing until he returns, if you wouldn't mind. Otherwise, it would take me forever to get around. Okay, Matthew, I'll turn it over.
All right, hey everybody, my name is Matthew Kimmo. Before we get started with questions and everything, we're just going to start with a brief introduction. So everyone on the panel, starting down there with DJ, you can say your name, your... Doesn't start. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, we're starting with the right. With your name, your name, college and university. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay, name, college or university, major, minors, all of that, certificates, and the year that you graduated.
Amanda Croston at State University, psychology major with a minor in HDFS.
My name is EJ. I go to Alumni University. My majors are accounting with CPA focus, international business, and also international business. And I graduated from Spetsburg.
Jessie Chester, graduated as a senior year at Alumni University, psychology major with
I'm Matt Sibley. I attend the University of Akron to study mechanical engineering, minor in business, and last year.
My name is Nana Montgomery. I go to Buffalo Wallace University, although I just did a semester at University College Dublin. I'm a physics major, and I'm class of 2014.
My name again is Matthew Kimmo. I'm at Ohio University. No podcast on you yet. I'm a pre-med chemistry major with minors in African American Studies and Biological Sciences and a certificate in university studies. Graduated in 2015.
I'm Megan Montgomery. I go to New York University, but I just spent last semester at New York University at Abu Dhabi. I'm a double major in linguistics and Middle Eastern Islamic studies, and I graduated in 2014.
I'm Taylor Haney. I go to The Ohio State University. I majored in chemical engineering with a minor in nuclear engineering, and I graduated here in 2015.
Now, you didn't say you were working, when you were working.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. I have to add that. Also, go through and say what you're doing over the summer and other work experience.
I work in the math on the minor.
I'm working nuclear tire.
Indeed.
I worked at Glenmore, and I was working at West End.
I'm a logistics intern at the JM Summer Company.
I'm not working this summer, but I volunteer at MAPS, but I did do 2 summers at Duke.
I manage the golf department at my country club.
I'm back for my second year at Freshmark in the HR department, but before that I worked for Denny at Arcana.
This summer, I did an internship at the computer company in application engineering.
It makes you ask Hannah why she's not working this summer because she's waiting to hear from someone. And you'll want to know. She likes to tell.
I get to tell it. Very strange. This is how they've always been.
Oh, I'm waiting. Oh, never mind.
Okay, I think we have a question. A couple questions already coming through. So, what's the site major? Site major?
All right, so the question was, what would you say is the hardest class you've taken so far, and what made it hard? That's information psychology.
The other class that I had difficulty with was the child psych class, just because
just not tests, plus it's a lecture hall, which I don't do that way, rather than like personal small classes. So